This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
Great to be back here again, folks. And I have Steve Huftelen from Special Olympics Boston. Wonderful to have you join and share the upcoming events that are coming up here. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Sarah. Thanks for having me in.
It's really it's one of those things, and we really are so engaged with nonprofits and making sure we can support great causes and all of the wonderful things that you have done. And we were also involved with Special Olympics in Pennsylvania as well. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do and what's coming up and having people just support and enjoy some of the upcoming events?
Absolutely. We're coming off a really exciting period of time, which is really leading us into an even bigger and more exciting period of time. So 2018, we spent the year celebrating the 50th anniversary of the mission of Special Olympics.
Yes.
July 20th, 1968, the first competition took place in Chicago at Soldiers Field. And so we've had a couple of years sort of leading up and preparing for celebrating the 50th anniversary here in Massachusetts, and a lot of really exciting things. And our plan and our goals were to really make sure that we used the anniversary of the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics to be able to build an even better and wider platform for people with intellectual disabilities here in the state to be able to participate and grow and live in inclusive communities where they are, all through sports. And so we've been really successful both in finding a lot of new partners and to help us grow on the mission side and the community and on the fundraising side to be able to fund those projects. And so we're really excited about where we are and what we've been able to accomplish over the last couple of years and where that's going to take us going into 2019 and beyond. I actually just came from a planning meeting for next year and kind of being able to outline how we were going to go and pair our school programming with our community programming and our youth programming and all these different things in between and bring them together and make sure that we were really able to grow by a significant amount our population base and our participation base, because I know we were talking before, but our youngest athlete right now is 2 and our oldest is 97.
Is it 2? I thought they started at 8.
So our traditional community programming starts at 8. So if you're looking to participate in basketball or bowling or track and field that everybody is well aware of in terms of what we do, then it's 8. But there's 8 years before that we don't want to miss out on. We want to be able to have. So we have just an amazing program called Young Athletes, and so what it allows for is a participation from the ages of 2 to 7, and so it's kind of it's a motor skill development program, an introduction to Special Olympics, to sports. So it's not the same sports. It's not basketball or bowling or track and field or the traditional elements of it, but it's more sort of learning the ability to sort of how sports work and sort of the social interactions of it and the motor skill development of it. And so it's really a great opportunity for a first experience within Special Olympics without the overwhelmingness potentially that there would be at age 8. So it's fantastic, and we have one. We have a lot of them throughout the course of the year and throughout the state. We're lucky enough to host one pretty consistently on a weekly basis in our office in Marlborough, in our gym downstairs. And so it's really great to be able to go out Wednesdays at 4 o'clock and just say, okay, I'm going to go downstairs, and just the cutest so kids down there participating. It's a really great community development opportunity. We're in a lot of businesses around us, so a lot of volunteer groups come in from those businesses, and they're begging us to come back because they're having such a good time, and it's great. It's community building at its best. Yes.
It is, and I love that. I didn't know, and so that really it's very heartwarming to see that, because the reality is that interestingly enough, I've met with some of your athletes, in different states, but you learn a great deal, and there's so much love and so much joy that comes out of it, because some of them actually become coaches, right, after the fact of being athletes, right?
Yeah, we have the very big focus of ours is athlete leadership, and so whether that means we have 2 athletes who sit on our board of directors here in Massachusetts. We have athletes who are volunteers. We have athletes who are coaches. We have athletes who are trained officials. Track and field, swimming, bowling, basketball, and the like. And then then we have a lot of athletes who are ambassadors for us who just love to be able to go out in the community and spread the message of Special Olympics for what it's done for them and what it's done for their families and their communities, and hopefully to be able to bring more people into the organization, whether they're athletes or volunteers, and just bring people in and give them the opportunity to share in the joy and the experience that they have benefited from so many years. So it's really fantastic.
It is. The number here, 1-800-662-9550. We're talking to Steve from Special Olympics Boston. Now, there's a couple of interesting, fun events coming up. Are you doing a polar plunge here?
We're doing 14 of them, I think.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the polar plunge is awesome. It's so much fun, really.
Not.
So the polar plunge is our longest tenured fundraising event. We started it in 1999, so this is our 20th or 21st year as we go into 2019. It's a fundraising event that every Special Olympics chapter hosts, including Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah, it's all relative, I guess, right? So their water gets cold too. And so we have 14 different locations, and it's by far our biggest fundraising property over the course of the year. So we have locations at Nantasket Beach and Hull, which is right down the street from where we are, and Revere Beach and Sharon, Attleboro, Pittsfield, Marlborough, Natick, just all over the place. And so it's really fun. We have a lot of corporate challenge. We have a lot of corporate challenge participants, so teams that come from companies, and then we have school challenge, and we have a community challenge, and a lot of law enforcement activation. So our law enforcement torture run program is our best. It's our best partnership, grassroots partnership, and a lot of those members of law enforcement actually host the events. So they run the logistics of it, and then they participate and they fundraise. And so we're hoping to bring in about $600,000 over the course of those 14 over those 14 plunges at the early part of the year. So we have polarplungema.org if anybody wants to go on and register, pick a location, and compete for sort of the top fundraising prize. It's just a lot of fun. And the best part is amongst all the the craziness and the silliness of costume contests and the idea that you're jumping into the water in February, although if I'm being honest, it's not much warmer. The Atlantic's not much warmer in August around here either. The actual water, the amber temperature might be better, but it's just so much fun, and so many athletes lead the way in both the fundraising and the plunging. So, I mean, our top fundraising participant and team at our original plunge, the one that's been going for 20 years at Nantasket Beach and Hull, has been the Special Olympics team that participates with us year round, and the top individual fundraiser from that team and from that event is a Special Olympics athlete, and he's a rock star, and he has not been defeated yet. So I would love to see somebody to come out and try and defeat him. He usually raises about $10,000 every year.
Terrific.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What is your website so that folks can at least even look in and see? Because a lot of families may not be aware of some of the other services that are provided.
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is specialolympicsma.org, and if you go on, we actually just rebuilt it and relaunched it about a year and a half ago. So it's hopefully rather intuitive and easy to navigate for kind of what you're looking for. But one of the important things I think that's for people to know when you mention sort of the services available and the participation and the opportunities is that a lot of people know us for summer games. That's where we started 50 years ago, and that's where we still have so many of our athletes who participate in track and field and lead up to that. But we're in every community all throughout the state year round, so 365 days a year in 351 communities here in Massachusetts. So the core of our program happens at the community level on a day-to-day basis, and we love the opportunity to bring all of our teams throughout the state together for things like summer games and winter games and our season-ending tournaments. But everything that we do through our school programming, through our young athletes program, through our competition, through our qualifying tournaments, everything happens at the community level. So if you have an interest in participating in locally in your community, in your town, there's an opportunity there. Whether it's track and field, aquatics, basketball, all those sports that everybody thinks about with us, or golf, powerlifting, tennis. Powerlifting is one of my favorites, and it's one of everybody's favorites at summer games. So we have skiing and just so many different sports, and there's also an opportunity for participation from people without intellectual disabilities as a unified partner. So if you want to compete, if you want to participate, that opportunity exists in your town, and you can find out where that is or look for more information on our website at specialolympicsma.org.
Perfect. I mean, Steve, you're so easy to just have on air. I love it because you have, great information, and there's great things that are being offered, just not only from the sports side of it, but other support systems for families as well. So it's uplifting, it's enlightening, and there's a great deal of joy to be able to have you come on air and share Special Olympics Boston. And certainly, folks, you can call us here at 1-800-662-9550. I look forward to having you back.
Absolutely. I can't wait, Sarah. It's great to be here.
Stay well, folks.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.